Well, my little turkey poult is still alive. I was wondering if she'd actually, although there didn't seem to be anything outwardly wrong with him, no broken bones or anything, but he was moving around okay and he was stretching and he was pecking away at fresh air. She goes and treads on him again. Oh, God. But I wondered if she had caused internal damage by completely squashing him. I mean, she was standing directly on him, then she pivoted on him. I couldn't believe it. But he does seem to like his egg, and so I brought him in under the lamp, and when he had recovered I gave him some egg, which he ate with great gusto, and then put it in the dish out here when I brought him back. I thought, well, we'll just see what happens. And he carried on pecking at that and enjoying it, and it was quite okay. And last night he had the fullest crop I think I've ever seen on a small turkey. So I don't really know what to make of him. Perhaps treading on him kicked something into touch, and weird, but you know, he was going to die for all intents and purposes through not eating, etc., etc., and then being trodden on like that. I thought, well, that's his lot. But he seems to be very cautious of his surrogate mother now. Every time she moves, he gets right out of the way, just as well. That little one, as you can see, is as feisty as they come. Fly catching. Right, there's plenty of those in here, my sweet, for you to eat. Fill your boots, babe, fill your boots. But you've got to creep up on them, otherwise they'll see you. And then they'll fly away. And you won't get your flies. But as you can see, he's very, very stunted. Half the size of the other one, and not much bigger than what he was when he hatched. But he is eating now, so one can only hope he will go forever onwards, upwards and forwards. As for that stupid little guinea, or perhaps those are the other three. Oh well, if they are, they know what to do. Well, that one does. Don't peck at it, Maude. That one's having a peck at her. And that stupid little thing still sitting there. But they're eating with the others, these two. I say one's gone underneath her, so that one knows and what it's all about. These two hopefully will eventually follow the others and their box mate. But that one is just going to lay there and die. I know when one or two are hatched, and of course these other four are 3-4 days younger than the others. They hatched on the day they should have hatched on the Monday, whereas the others are hatching Thursday and through Friday. So I just let nature take its course, shall I? Just let nature take its course. These two will follow the others eventually. As for that one, who knows? If it just wants to sit there and die, then, as I say, so be it. Well, his box mates maybe are going to go and join it. Then it'll probably run. I can only hope when all the others come out after they've digested their breakfast, when they come out. Maybe they're all... Oh yeah, there you go, he runs. They get near it and he runs. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, then I'll end up gassing you, you stupid little thing. I will. You're brain dead. Absolutely brain dead. I say, you put your hand in the box to do their water and food when they're in the house, and it'll throw itself up in the air and chuck itself on its back, have an absolute fit. And you don't know what the hell to do you, Maude? You haven't got a clue what to do. I can only try my best, and if my best ain't good enough, then it's not good enough. Yeah, you don't know what to do you, dear? So they're all screaming, I don't know why. Keep laying down for them, and they carry on screaming. Oh well. Now we've got another one to the side who's going to pipe up and make a row. That one. Sorry. All over the place. Why he's got to make a row, I'm sure I don't know. There we are. And that one's just spent the rest of the time darting around up and down. Now, as for old broken shoulder, I don't quite know what's going on with her. She's sitting tight. Hasn't even attempted to come off the nest for breakfast. Well, I'm certainly not going to lift her off. But there's not a sound coming from here. Not a sound, not a tapping, not a clicking, not a squeaking, nothing. So, I'm due to hatch tomorrow, and I beg your pardon. There we are. There's the squeak. There's the chirp. If those other stupid devils shut the hell up. And this lot shut up. Not out of here. Alright, I'll go. Sorry, no, I'm not going to get near you. I'm not going to make you move. No, don't move. I'm going to leave her one alone. But there was certainly a chirping. And so I've never yet known a guinea fowl last 28 days. 24, 25 is what I've always experienced. But these are due to hatch tomorrow, so... yeah, there's certainly chirping going on. Brilliant, excellent. What do you think you're doing, Roody? Really rude? Hey? Don't attack me! Stop! You aggressive creature! Roody thinks he might try his luck with a baby pigeon feeding bottle again, but he doesn't quite know what to do about it. You're lonely, aren't you, Rood? Because his sister, Ruby, yesterday decided to fly out the window, and although she sort of came back to me after a fashion, last night she ended up back out in the barn there. And I took old Roods here, didn't we, Roods? We took you out, didn't we, to try and encourage her back? But she didn't, did she? She stayed there, and I think Dad was with her at one point. And I think I don't know if he was keeping her there because Mum's back on the nest again, for God's sake, so that means more pigeons, can't bear it. I think he might have been feeding her. Because this morning, he's gone, she's gone, so that's what happened with with her brother, because he was definitely a male, the other one in the nest, because he was huge. So he went off with him for about a week or so and then reappeared again with Mum. Mum was on the nest then looking after little Prince there. Hey Rhodes, your brother or sister. That's my earring, do you mind leaving it alone? I say Dad took that one off and obviously taught it how to feed itself and left it wherever he took it. And I think that's what he's done with Ruby, because I say neither of them are around, so I think he's taken her off a long way away from the nest. so that she can fend for herself, and when he's happy that she's fending for herself, then he'll leave her there and come back to look after Mum. But that means you're on your own, aren't you, Roots? Well, apart from Little Prince there. But then if he's mad, all you're going to do is fight you two, so I could end up with problems. And I can hear that baby guinea fowl screaming. Why are you shaking, babes? Baby guinea fowl screaming again out in the stable, so I'm going to have to put you away, mate, and go and deal with that again. Well, I did put this little thing with the others earlier. He was rushing around in the corner there, then decided he would lay down and just give up. So I went in and shook him up a bit, put him in this corner. Well, he went into that corner. And then Maude decided she would go into that corner too, but had all her other babies in front of her. So he was basically pinned. He had no choice other than to mix with his nest mates. Then they all moved over into that corner, and he was in amongst the middle of them, so he had nowhere again to go. Then they all went over to the food, and again he was in the middle of the whole lot, so he had nowhere else to go other than with them. She then picked up some food and dropped it. He picked it up, which was an automatic reaction from him, realised it was food, and away we went. In the feeder with the others, no problem. Unfortunately, I didn't have the video camera to record this because I was only in here to pick up a bucket to give the guinea fowl out in the pig house lot some water, and just saw him in the corner there rushing up and down, then just sort of collapsing in a big heap, and thought, oh, that's it, he's going to keel over. I've got to do something. And I say that was that, but I didn't have the camera. But if he's got in there once and got with the others and everything's dandy and fine and tickety-boo and there's no problem, why on earth he's doing this again now, I don't know. He's not all there. He really isn't all there. Go on, get over there with the others, you stupid thing. Come on, you're with the others. Right, stay there. Stay there. Stay there with the others. Why on earth it takes preference to rushing up and down the wall when it's got its nest mates there? Oh, for heaven's sake, this thing is a joke. It really is a joke. With them, eats with them, talks with them, no worries, and then decides it's going to have a fit and do its usual. As I say, it wasn't all there before. Get back there, you little stupid little sod. That's it. No, you're going to stay there with them. All right, Maude. Of course, it upsets Maude. It does that. I'm going to gas the damn thing. Because it's upsetting her. You're treading on one. You're treading on one, dear. I'm not surprised with this stupid bloody thing. I'm certainly not taking one into the house. Right. Tins, some go with it, and it just carries on running away. Normally 30 seconds for them to compute the situation. Like the other two of the four. 30 seconds to compute what was what. Saw a flock of creatures that looked like them, that sounded like them, that were exactly them, and of course meanwhile, while this stupid thing's rushing up and down, she's worrying about that and she's treading on her others. Get back there, stupid thing. Oh, get back there. So normally 30 seconds they realise that the others are the same as them, and because they're a flock creature they're very easy to herd, guinea fowl. they all club together. Where one goes, the rest go. There's no problem. And I say the first two that joined in realised after 30 seconds that they were the same, and that was it, end of. The third one took a bit longer, but then again, I say that, realised that he was looking at the same species, and it's a case of join the flock, safety in numbers. Let's herd together. But that stupid little thing gets with the flock, takes 30 seconds to compute where it is, realises that mum's dropping food, or that this great big black thing that scared the life out of it was dropping food. Ate it because automatic reaction to pick up what drops out of another bird's mouth. They pick it up out of their each other's mouths and out of mum's mouths and whatever, out of my fingers. You drop it from a height and they'll catch it as it's halfway down or down. Maude, you're not going out! And that's that. But that stupid thing gets in amongst them and then decides, oh my god, no, I'm not one of these. I'm going to die with this lot. They're monsters. Now it's in amongst them again and happy to be there. So let's just hope it stays there for a second time. So then it ends up in the corner and screams again. And I have just shut the fence. Oh my heaven on earth, what a stupid creature. And he's got to get in there again and chase it around again. Preserve me from guinea fowl. And what's a bent echo rushing behind the window? Yeah, so I thought. As I thought. Go on, get up the other side, you stupid thing. So it's with all the others, then the others move, it gets left behind because it hasn't got the sense to follow, and then there's a fit. So why don't you just stay with your nest mates and be done with it? There it is rushing around the outside. In the feeder. There. It's feeding alright, but then it gets lost. So like a load of ants. Right, I'm going to leave you in peace, old girl. Yeah, you've got your window open now, so you've got a bit of a draft. I know it's too hot in here, isn't it? I know. You really can't go up, my love. She's such a good one. Although that was a little bit of chippings, you know, they can't really eat that, dear. No, I've got to wait for them to get away from the door before I go out, because I'm not going to disturb them. I'm not going to rush them up. And if that stupid little one gets lost again, at least I can get him back with the others again. I don't know why he just can't follow the others. Perhaps he's short-sighted. And if they're not directly in front of him, he doesn't know where they are. So they move half an inch and that's it. Oh, I'm lost, help! So use your ears, dear, if you're short-sighted. I'm pretty sure there's nothing wrong with your ears. You can hear where they are. Why is my baby turkey shouting over there? Don't start again, they're there. There he is on the fence. The smallest one. see I'm not going to be able to get out of here. So I'll wait. Well, after another 15 minutes I finally got out of there. They moved away, and I think we have probably won the battle with the little stupid Guinea. No more screaming, no more aggravation. They're all quite happy rushing around. No, you're not going to fly out that window. Don't even think about it, Maude. Please, don't you dare think about it. Put the grill up there. No, I can't put the grill up there. I've got the grill at the door to stop the roosters coming in, aggravating the hen. So there we are. Done. Don't let me laugh the way they run. Hilarious. Are you all alright? That was a sweet little noise, Audie May. What are you doing? I just want them to hurry up and grow, so there's no fear of her squashing anymore. I'm going to have a look at older broken shoulder, see how she's progressing.